It's 1998, and this is Initial D. I'm sure you've already heard of it. After all, there are more than 55 million copies of Shuichi Shigeno's hit manga Initial D currently in circulation, which definitely indicates global success. But after more than 30 years since its debut, it feels like as good a time as any to remind anybody willing to listen that the widespread fame of Initial D is very well deserved. It's a story that's far greater than the sum of its parts. One where fast cars and teenagers manages to add up to thrilling, well-choreographed action, a fast-paced and tight narrative, and a humorous yet surprisingly tactful examination of adolescence. And as if that weren't enough, they even went and got the Drift King of Japan himself, Keiichi Tsuchiya, brought on as a consultant for the anime to bring as much excitement to the races as possible. Initial D revolves around Takumi Fujiwara, a very chilled-out high school senior living with his dad in Japan's Gunma Prefecture, where illegal street racing happens to be one of the most popular activities around. Takumi works with his friends at a local gas station, but he doesn't share their enthusiasm for cars or street racing, or even seem to understand why that would be a fun activity. But after a white 8-6 defeats a local street racing legend on Mount Akina and the mounting evidence points to an employee of Fujiwara Tofu Shop, it all comes out. Takumi is the ghost of Mount Akina, and driving this way is just normal for him, since he's been doing it almost every day for 5 years now, delivering tofu for his father, who also happens to be a former street racer himself. And from here, the legend of the White 8-6 begins as Takumi wades into the world of illegal street racing, at first reluctantly, but eventually taking on all challengers and throughout the course of his many battles, developing a true passion for racing. Initial D is a top-tier sports anime, and like any great sports story, you don't need to be a fan of the sport to enjoy the story. In the beginning, Takumi is just like us. He isn't interested in cars or racing, and as the narrative unfolds and Takumi learns to love racing and find direction in it, we learn to love it with him. It's the kind of anime where rivals compete fiercely against each other and gain respect for one another in the name of self-improvement. And as much as it's made to be about attacking corners and pushing the pedal to the metal, it's even more so about drifting, which is somewhat poetically depicted as the superior and most artful technique for flying around deadly corners at breakneck speeds, and the anime constantly uses it to convey a message of self-mastery and self-control under pressure. And what Takumi learns from racing, he applies to the relationships and circumstances in his life. And this arc from boy to young man, alongside driver to racer, is understated yet solid. You wouldn't be wrong if you said that Initial D is a story about a young man taking ownership of his life. And that's as good and timeless a story as any, so please, do yourself a favor and check out Initial D.
Oh? 上から誰か降りてくる。
すげえスキルオンだ。攻め込んでくるぞ。来た。あ、シルエイティだ。マコとサユキだ。
後ろにもいるぜ。誰だ。
バトルしてんのか。
ああ、86じゃねえか。